Welcome to the Financial Fun Podcast with your host, Tammy Johnston. This is where Tammy talks with business owner parents and grandparents about the interesting and important subject of money. We promise this to be an interesting and open discussion, as that's how we learn best. And now, here's your host, author of the Financial Foundations. Financial Foundations is a series of books to teach kids about money, goal setting, and living a balanced life. Find out more at financialfun.ca. Here's Tammy Johnston.
First things first, I would like to thank all of my listeners that have subscribed and reviewed my podcast and invite you to subscribe and review if you haven't yet. I appreciate you helping us to get the word out and making financial literacy a safe and welcoming subject for kids and adults. Second, please check out my podcast website, financialfun.ca, where you will be able to access past shows, find out more about me and our guests, as well as purchase the beautifully illustrated Financial Foundations books that teach kids about money in a fun, healthy, and holistic way. Hello once again, and thank you for joining us for the Financial Fun Podcast. We have a very special guest on today. We have Carrie Chitsey Wells and her son, Max Wells. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, Tammy.
So, tell us a bit about your business, Max. When your mom and I were talking, she was just telling me about all the amazing things that you're doing.
Well, first I started a candy business. My mom did one when she was young. The thing I was trying to do was I was going door to door in my neighborhood and selling candy for about 50 cents for a piece of candy. And I needed help to do it, so I got some of my friends in my neighborhood to help me sell them for me.
Oh my goodness, so that was your first business. How old were you when you were doing that?
I was 8.
Oh my, and how old are you now, Max?
9.
Oh, so you started entrepreneurship very young.
Yep.
So what made you want to start your own business selling candy?
Well, my mom inspired me to do it because I wanted to get into the entrepreneur all in that like my mom did. I wanted to start my own business too.
And what did you see that with your mom being in business? What did you like about seeing mom having her own business?
Well, I just wanted to learn, I wanted to understand, because I couldn't understand all the things she was doing, like saying, like she's typing, saying what an ROI is, what an SDK is, so I'm trying to learn at a young age so I know it when I'm older.
Oh, that is totally the best way to learn. Everybody knows that kids pay way more attention to what you're doing than you think they are. And so what are some of the things that you've been learning about business, having your own and watching your mom?
Well, I've been learning how sales and the margin and profit and what an ROI, return on investment, SDK, software development kit, all those.
So have you been doing anything on the software side? Like, do you have a website?
Well, me and my friend do. It's called Kids Creative Club. We are working on it, but it's not up on the web yet.
Oh, it's not live yet. And so why are you building the website? What's the website going to do when you launch it?
Well, since my friend, he does a video game where he goes to camp where he makes video games, and so we thought we could make our own video game website where we create like video games for young coders, and so they can play them.
Oh, for young coders. So how did you guys get into this?
Well, his mom also is a big business worker, so he inspired Dylan to create his own website. So I wanted to get into business party too, so I said, hey, why don't I just join him?
Oh, and so how are you guys creating the website?
Well, it's gone a little downhill so far, but we're still working on it. We haven't been working on it much lately.
A little bit distracted with the nice weather and summer holidays?
Exactly.
So are you guys going to be like full business partners in this?
We're hoping so, yeah.
So what is your business model? How are you going to be bringing people to the website, and how are you going to be making money with it?
Well, we were getting people in my school when school was still in. We were getting them to help us have ideas and stuff.
So you were doing some market research.
Yep.
And what did you learn through your market research?
Well, I learned that how much money we get, we have to split it equally with each other. Mm-hmm. And I feel it's not fair if we're not getting the same amount of money. And so, but we haven't started making the games yet, so we're getting ideas on that.
Yeah. What type of games do you think you guys are going to be doing? What are the kids in your school saying they'd like to play?
Well, just games that are simple to make for young coders, I don't know some games, there's a game called Geometry Dash. It's pretty simple. It's not complicated at all to code, and so games like that. Minecraft?
That will be really, really good. What are some of the things that you want Mom to teach you more about business? You already have a really good foot up on this, but what are some of the other things that you want to learn?
Well, I want my mom to help me understand more about business, because I know some of the things, but I want to know how to start one and keep it going, because some of my early businesses I started haven't, I forgot about them, so I want my mom to help me make ones to keep going, so like that.
That's really, really good. And when it comes to money, what are some of the things that you want to learn about money, and what are some of the things that you know that you would teach other kids?
I want to learn about a 401k.
Oh, okay. You guys have 401ks down in the States. Up here in Canada, we call them RRSPs.
Oh.
Yeah, so similar but a little bit different. So why do you want to learn about 401ks, Max?
Well, I want to know, I think they're about saving money for when you're older. You save your money in a bank account like that. And I also learned about salary and expenses.
Yep.
And so there's expenses that you have, if you're starting a lemonade business, say it's $1 for a lemonade cup, and to make it, it's also $1. So you sell 4 lemonade cups, you get $4. You're going to need to take away $2 so you can make 2 more glasses of lemonade. So you get $2 from minus the expenses.
Oh, very, very much so. Very much so. What are going to be some of the expenses for your game website?
Well, we're gonna need expenses for technology, the website. So yeah, we're gonna have to do that. We need money to get other devices and stuff, so we can make it.
It sounds like you've already been doing a lot of research and learning a lot about this. When are you looking at having your website launched, dear?
I don't really know, but I know it's not gonna be soon. We're still working on it a lot. We're only at stage 2 right now.
Okay. So while you're working on this, are you doing any other businesses? Because this one's obviously a bigger project it's a little bit down the road. What are you doing now?
Well, I'm thinking of starting my business that I started earlier, bringing it back. It's called Minecards. They're playing cards that are like Pokemon, but they're Minecraft themed.
Oh, that's very popular right now. I know quite a few kids that are big into Minecraft.
Yeah, and so they sell for more money because I have to hand make them and design them.
Oh, okay. So you obviously have some artistic talents to go along with this business stuff.
Exactly. The reason I started Minecards is because I like doing art, and so I wanted to start a business with something I really like to do.
Well, that's the only way to do a business, dear, to pick something that you actually enjoy doing.
Mm-hmm.
So if another kid wanted to be starting a business, what's some of the advice you would give them that they should know starting off?
Do something pick the topic that you want or something that you like so you have fun doing the business.
What else?
And you want to you want to make money, but you obviously should get some more people to help you with the business.
And who would be good people to be learning from for business?
Well, definitely my mom, because she's like the master at it.
Yes, she definitely is if you're doing this well at this age, but not everybody would have access to your mom.
Yeah. Well, some research, you have to do research.
Yeah.
Invest money back in business.
So when you're investing money back in your business, what type of things are you investing it back into, Max?
Like you have to invest it back into your employees to get the money, invest them. So you have to invest in supplies, and you have to invest in work, and also in marketing.
So how do you keep track of like your income and your expenses for your business and stuff? How do you do your accounting, Max?
Well, like my mom does, she does a big graph saying the from employment, like a big graph showing the expenses, and it's like a big model showing it, so you can either write it down, Excel.
Yep. And do you like looking at the graphs, and has your mom been teaching you what the numbers and what the graphs actually mean?
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you learn when you look at the graphs, looking at your income and expenses? What do they tell you?
Well, you have to split the money between your employees, so you have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And pay them.
Yep. Employees definitely like getting paid.
Yeah. And you have to do also supplies like that.
Yep.
And you have to do expenses too. Graph expenses. You don't want to forget about those.
No, those are very, very important.
Yep. And also the thing is, my mom once she brought me into her office to help her with taxes.
Oh, and what did you learn about taxes?
They're a lot of money.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
But our taxes go to a lot of good things. So.
Yeah.
But it's definitely part of being a person that's earning income either as an employee or as a business. There's always taxes involved.
Yeah, my mom helps me learn PowerPoints and how to make them. She helped me with a big school project.
Yeah? And that's definitely an important thing for doing business presentations and things like that. What do you have business goals for when you're older?
Yeah.
What are some of the things, businesses and stuff that you're curious about for when you're a bit older? Because like, you're really young, like you're amazing going into grade 4 and already doing all this.
Yeah, but I really like building Legos and I really like building stuff. So I'm wondering if I should either be an engineer or take over my mom's company if she passes it down to me.
Well, those are both very, very good goals.
Mm-hmm.
Both very, very good goals. So, to finish up here, if you were to be talking to kids around the world and say, okay, there's 3 things that you really need to learn about money. What are 3 things you think kids should learn?
I definitely think they should learn about the expenses so you can buy supplies to keep your business going.
Mm-hmm.
You should do marketing and advertisement.
Yep.
And you should also do, like, first you should learn the basics. Like, you can't learn everything at first. You have to learn the basics, like what salary is or what margin is and, like, stuff like that.
And should you ask your parents to teach you about things like money and business?
Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely.
It's the best way to learn, isn't it, dear?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
So, Max, what are some of the things that your mom is teaching you about money and business?
Well, she told me about when I get in college, when I have like a dorm or my apartment. She taught me all the bills I have to pay and if I have any money left for entertainment. And so the average job that I would have to probably get the money, taking away my bills, expenses, I would only have about $34 for entertainment.
Which isn't very much, is it?
No.
So it's probably a good thing that you're learning all about this business stuff now, so that you can have a successful business and possibly not have to rely on a job when you're in school.
Yep.
Well, that's very good. You are extremely lucky to have the mom that you do.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know.
Thank you so much for being on the podcast. It was great talking with you today, Max.
You're welcome.
Before we leave each other, I would ask all of you listening to please subscribe to and rate my podcast. A review would be most appreciated, and feedback is always welcome. Whether it be a comment, future topic suggestions, and or questions you or your kids would like to have answered in the Ask Tammy column on the financialfund.ca website. Please feel free to check me out on Facebook at Financial Foundation's Children's Books, on Twitter at Financial Fund, and Instagram at financial.fun.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Financial Fund Podcast. Join Tammy Johnston again next week. For more information, please visit financialfund.ca.